I'm excited to have some fun with color today. Welcome to René Paris. I am Daniella. And of course, we're always going to do questions and answers first, Q&A, of course. I changed my hair color and all of a sudden I have this little stutter going. It's just, I couldn't help myself. I just love this color. Okay, so I'm going to get started if you don't mind. Today we're going to be talking about warm and cool colors and how a very simple way to determine if you're kind of navigating colors and you don't know which direction to go. In just a little bit, I'm going to go over that with you. A very simple way that we learned in cosmetology school. Thank you. This is my natural color, which is going to be very, very important when we get into determining whether or not a warm or a cool is going to be better for me. Thank you, sister. Okay, so first question is cream velvet. This came up several times, and I know bear with me if this is repetition for you, but I do want to show this. Is cream velvet the same as like the champagne R color? So let me show you that right away, because no, it's not. It is a very warm color compared to champagne. So I'm going to hold up champagne. So most of us know what champagne looks like. Okay, so this is definitely not really, I mean, you know, this could be something that I could definitely wear, and I'll go into that in just a little bit. But I want to hold up cream velvet. Cream velvet is our new color from the Orchid line. See the difference? Here's this. I know this kind of, see, there's quite a bit of difference there. And just to make it really simplified, when you look at this, you see more sun than you do this. Does that make sense? Just to be real simplified, I'm going to explain this like we're 3 years old, because it's very, very overwhelming sometimes when you are looking, whether it's you walking into a wig studio or you're looking online. It's overwhelming, and I understand that. Okay, so not the same color. Hopefully that gave you a better visual of what the color looks like. And always remember, when you're looking at color, I know I've explained this before, but it's worth sharing again. Always remember that when you're looking at a color, even as I'm showing it, it's going to appear different on your monitor than what it would on, say for instance, my phone. So every monitor is going to appear, the color is going to appear different. Color appears, is going to, as light reflects on it, it's going to look different inside. It's going to look different outside. Outside you're going to see more contrast. Inside you're not going to see as much contrast. So the blue color that you've seen me wearing, like the black color with the blue, in here you honestly can't even see the blue. I wear that color all the time. I forget I'm wearing it, and it's when people start telling me, oh, you've got blue in your hair. I honestly forget, because you can't see the blue. You can't see the blue inside. You walk outside, it's a whole different color. So there's so many different factors that we have to keep in mind, but please remember, before we go into any other of the questions, the catalogs, I know that you may not have a catalog, but even the color that we put on, say for instance, our photos for viewing online, always remember, verified vendor, they're going to have the images that that our research and development goes through extensive trouble to try to get that color as, I mean, to where you know what the color is going to look like. And I know that sounds like, I always tell people, let me show this to you. If you knew the work that goes into creating, and I'm talking, our team is so amazing at this. I mean, they will look at it and they will tell you, nope, the color's not spot on. We need to do this. We need to do that. Even when you're looking at reneeparis.com, please keep that in mind. And I know that you may not even know this, because as a new wig wearer, I was just going over that with someone that was very, very new. Up at the very top, let me show you this. Or at reneeparis.com, you're going to see the brunettes. You're going to see the blondes. And I'm just going to read through this. And I know it sounds like it's very, very simplistic, but you're going to see the melted colors. You're going to see the grays. You're going to see the hydrant reds. There's a reason that we go through all the trouble to make sure that you understand the colors and you see them as true colors. Okay? Same as if you were going to reneeparis.com. I know it's overwhelming. I know it can be it's difficult sometimes, especially if this is a very first purchase that you're making. Second question, what happens if you use human hair product? Okay, this is I've gone over this before, but again, I understand we have new wig wearers every week. If you use regular hair product on synthetic hair, meaning a product made for human hair, our human hair products could contain a lot of different, first of all, they have a lot of alcohol. Some of those, I know it sounds crazy, but a lot of them have like a lacquer type. It's just really heavy product. It's going to weigh the fiber down. And especially on this color, if you were to use regular hairspray on this color, the minute you shampoo this, you're going to see like almost a residue come up on the fiber. It looks like if you had run like a bar of soap and kind of left it there, and it's gonna look filmy and like it's dirty, and it's really difficult sometimes if you haven't done it before to remove that product off of the fiber. So it is very, very important to use product that's designed for wigs. Hairspray has to be the worst, if you will, when you're using regular hairspray. And I know you're going to use whatever you like, and I understand that, but I'm just trying to answer the questions. Okay, so let me see. Do colors appear different inside than they do outside? Okay, as I was explaining earlier, when inside lighting, we've got fluorescent lighting. You may be in an area that is really dim. It really just depends on what the environment inside looks like. Yes, the color is going to appear different inside than it does outside. So a lot of times if you see, like if I'm doing a consultation with someone over the phone, I usually send like a little 360, and I do one inside and I do one outside. Just a quick little snippet to show what the color is going to look like inside and outside. Because you're going to see more contrast outside than you would inside. Okay, let me see. What is your natural hair color? My natural hair color is this color right here. This is espresso. This is going to be like it's not a jet black, even though it appears darker. It looks darker here on this monitor. It's kind of an off black. So it's not the darkest of the dark. It's not like a blue black, even though it looks that way. It's not. This is the very first color that I ever wore from Reneeparis. Way back, it used to be like, in Color World, it used to be like color number 2. So I just love this color. It's espresso, and I absolutely do love my natural hair color. Okay, so I'm gonna jump into how to determine what colors are gonna be best for you. And the way I want to describe that to you, I know there's a lot of color charts, and just to make it really simplified, I always would tell my students, we would tell them in cosmetology school to hold up their hand, and if you see more bluish in your veins here, then you would be more of a cool. And if you see more of a warmer kind of green, kind of, you know, not so blue. Let me see if kind of hard to see here. You would be more of a warm tone, and the other, we would put like a silver panel and a gold panel, and you would pick which color you felt like you looked better in. And I always look better, and I'm sure you've noticed, I'm always wearing silver because I just feel like I look better in silver. I'm definitely a cool undertone. My mom is much warmer. You can just look at her skin. She's lighter. Her skin under, you can just hold her skin up here and it looks warmer. You can definitely see more green in her veins, and so she is definitely a warm. So are my sisters. I'm the only cool. So, which is really surprising. However, whenever I'm going to show you colors now, I'm going to try them on for you, and I'm going to let you determine just by looking at them what's going to be the best browns for me, so that you will definitely be able to see the difference in the warm and the cool tones. Okay, and then whenever you're looking at a book later, or you're looking at reneappears.com, it's going to be easier for you to determine whether or not it's a cool color or a warm color. So I'm going to start off with a really pretty brown. Keep in mind, I don't have all the colors here with me today. We're on location. This is Coffee Latte. This is a beautiful color. This is like a medium brown with the highlight. And the other thing you have to keep in mind with any color, even if it's champagne in 3 different styles, 4 different styles, you have to keep in mind the length of a style is going to make the color, it's going to make a difference in the color because of the placement of the, like if it's a machine made or if it is monofilament, the way the hair is put into the foundation is also going to make a difference in the way the hair projects its color. So that's also going to make a difference, and so is texture, and I'll show you in just a minute what I'm talking about. Okay, so what do you think of this color? This could definitely, I can definitely pull off the other color. It would be warm, cool, and neutrals. So a lot of times if you're kind of in between a cool and a warm, and you feel like you can pull both colors, you could be a neutral, which is what I feel like I am. I mean, I can definitely pull different colors. I didn't wear a lot of color today because I didn't want to pull away from, I didn't want to wear like a really cool lip color because I'm really wanting to focus on the colors so you can see the difference. So I would say that I can definitely wear this color. And then I want to show you, this is a beautiful color. However, I feel like this is like borderline, not the best color for me. This is marble brown. I like it. I mean, I think if I were to wear different makeup, I could definitely pull this off. But I think we're definitely, there's a lot of gold in this. It's a beautiful color. I think this is just borderline. We're like right there where I mean, it's okay, but it's not like, I don't think it's the best color for my skin tone. And sometimes, you know, again, it's going to be, the other thing that I always experience when you come in, regardless of everything that we go over today, the most important thing that I want to share with you, if you're very new to wigs, is if this is your first purchase and you really don't know what direction to go as far as selecting color, I know that you could be completely open to selecting color. However, if this is your first wig and you just don't feel like you would be comfortable with something that is not within your comfort zone, if you will, like your natural color, then definitely try to pick something in the family of your natural color, the color that you were born with. Does that make sense? So like, that's why I wore the color. The very first color is a dark, because that was the very first color that they suggested for me to buy when I had to buy my very first wig, because I was there too. I just thought, oh my gosh, I would love my hair to be red and I would love this color, but I was so overwhelmed and they just suggested my natural hair color. Okay, so look at this. This is a beautiful brown with a lot of highlight. I see a lot of ash in this color. But if I definitely wanted to pull off something with more ash blonde, it would work. I would definitely have to change my makeup color. I mean, my whole palette would have to change. However, it's a beautiful color. Okay, so this is Emily. And some of these may be, I know you don't want to hear this, but I'm showing color. Some of these may be limited edition, so please keep that in mind. Okay, those are the only browns I have. I'm sorry. Oh, I did want to show you this. Okay, this is a brown that I've worn many times. Let me just put it on, because it definitely apparently appears much darker. Than what, okay, so apparently this is looking really dark here. I can see that. Like, I've been asked several times, am I absolutely sure that I have the color right? Because it looks like an off black to most people. To a lot of people it looked really dark, and I can definitely see that. However, this is a beautiful medium brown. This is a dark chocolate. I'm going to show you again. I did this the other day. This is dark chocolate in Angelica. Let me hold it back here so you can definitely see. It's not at all black. None of this is black. This is a beautiful chocolate color. I think that really gives you a good idea of what the color looks like. You can definitely, I'm glad you can see that there, because there's no dark in that. So I wanted to show you this brown, because this brown, the very first time that I put it on, I thought I wasn't going to be able to wear this color, but I really have enjoyed it. Okay, I'm going to show you, now I'm going to show you a really warm color. Are you ready? Because this might, I'm going to disappear here in a minute with the wall in the back. And this is a limited edition color. Okay, so really for my liking, what do you see when you see this? This is definitely a very warm color. It's beautiful. And it is, on the monitor it does look different, but this is definitely a color that just reminds me of sun, warmth. Big difference. Can you see that? How different? Yes, it is a big difference. Can you see how this color, it's not really, it's not the best for me. It's beautiful, but it wouldn't be a really good color for me to, you know, it wouldn't be definitely not a good color for me to start off with. And if you're new to wigs, the one thing that I can share about color that I really hadn't thought of, like this fashion color here, the one thing that I had not thought of when I first purchased my, my first, let me see, it's Ocean, I'm sorry, I thought I had it here. It's Melted Ocean. If you go to my Instagram at Texas Wig Fairy, it's a blue, the blue color that I flipped. The very first time I got a color like that, I hadn't really thought of how difficult it would be for my wardrobe. I was just so taken by the color. So if you are purchasing one wig and you have one wig that you're going to purchase, keep in mind that it makes it a little bit more tricky to pick your wardrobe when you have a fashion color like that. If you wear dark, like if you wear black, and we usually wear black on black because we have to, that's our dress code, then not ever a problem. That's why we wear black, because we're showcasing our hair. However, I have had some of my teens that purchased, and then they didn't really think about how difficult it would be, you know, to dress with a fashion color like that. So if it's a secondary, great, and if it's the one, then you might just want to keep that in mind. Okay, so this is really warm. You can definitely see that. And then I want to put this next to it and look at the difference. Okay, so this is more of a cool tone. I know it may be difficult to see, but you hold this color. It's beautiful. It's definitely on the cool side, but it's still not the best on my skin tone. Okay, so this is Wineberry limited edition. Okay, so I'm just showing you the difference in the colors. But if I had to pick between the two, we would definitely be going this direction, not this direction. You see the difference? Okay. I don't know if I mentioned, I did. So like if you find yourself choosing more gold jewelry over silver jewelry, that's how I explained it to my mom. Like my mom was having a little bit of a tough time trying to decide, and you just pull open her jewelry case and everything is gold, and it looks better on her skin. So same thing with like lip colors. So if I had, even if you were just holding up a lip color, you can definitely tell. You know, even if you were just if you didn't want to use any of this, if you just wanted something quick, even if you just had lip colors, you can look at the lip colors that you choose. That's another indication. You can just definitely see that colors pick up more blue, more cool tones over warm tones, and then of course this would be a definite neutral. And if you play with your lip colors and your makeup palette, you can definitely make any color work for you. I mean, unless it was just like this really bright copper color. You know, I know that's the beauty of wigs. The beautiful thing about wigs is you're not doing anything, you're not chemically processing your hair. And for those of you that just want to rock that particular color, do it. That's the beautiful thing about wigs. Okay, so I want to try this because I did this the other day and I couldn't get over it. I was laughing at all the, oh no, not that color, for me, because I totally understand. Sometimes I have to showcase colors that are new, but I got so many messages, DMs, that this was not the color for me. And I left it on the gram on purpose because I understand. I knew that we were going to come up on a couple weeks later. Okay, this is definitely not a blonde for me. I'm gonna pull come back here so that you can see all the gold in it. If I get closer, you can't really see, but let me stand back here. Look how much gold. It's a beautiful color. Absolutely gorgeous color, not for my skin tone. Okay, this is the new color. If you did not see this, this is cream velvet. This is a beautiful color from our new Orchid line. This is Sassy. Beautiful, beautiful color. If you didn't see that, Sassy is high heat. Okay, so same color here. This was a color that, this is Sun Kiss. This was another color that I put on and it was an absolute no. This is Spellbound. Okay, these bangs are too long, but I'm just showing you color. But see how this is just too gold, too warm. So you see, you can definitely just see the warmth in that, the sun, you know, it reminds you of a beautiful color. It's just not for me. It is just way too warm, way too gold. It just isn't a flattering color for me. Then I want to show you a cool tone blonde. And let me hold these next to each other so you can see the difference. See the difference? That is just self-explanatory there. This is just a beautiful color. This is Melted Marshmallow. Then I wanted to show you how colors translate different with texture and with the way it's designed. Okay, so this is Melted Marshmallow. Look at all the beautiful ash tones. This is just a beautiful color. Yes, if you're a warm tone, you purchase warm tone colors. If you're cool tone, you buy cool tone colors. And then, like I was sharing earlier, you know, there have been colors that were not the best for me. And I still, because it's a wig, I'm still gonna wear it. Even if it's not in the color family that I need it to be in. But yes, if you're a warm tone, so if you're warm toned, this would be an amazing color for you. And if you're cool toned like myself or neutral, this would be a good color for you, a good blonde. There's so many beautiful blondes, but for me, I was going to show the colors that I definitely know look good on me. Okay, so pay close attention. This is Melted Marshmallow. This is India. Then I wanted to show you Melted Marshmallow in a different texture, a curl pattern from the Alexander Couture Collection. And look how different it looks. See, I just love this color. If I was wearing this every day, I would definitely trim this just a little bit around here. But I don't wear it every day, and I really don't want to modify anything while I'm using it to show colors and so forth. But I want you to see the difference in how the color placement looks, because that also is different in different foundations, and as we go from like the Alexander Couture Collection to the René Paris line. Same color translates different. But do you see the difference? It's really easy to see that this is definitely a warm tone and this is a cool tone. Then I wanted to show you one that was like right borderline. Okay, so this is more for color, because this is a wig that we definitely modified in research and development, but I just wanted to show you the color. So this color is I could definitely wear this, and I would say this would fall right in between, like in between warm tone, cool tone. So I'm hoping that in a very simplified way helps you, like if you're and the other thing that I wanted to tell you, if you're new to wigs and if you're looking for a place to help you find the right color tones, if you will, for you, the right wigs in your color tone. If you are working with if you're walking into a boutique, I know a lot of places are still not open yet, but if you're walking into a boutique, please ask them to help you. Second, if you're teleshopping with someone, because I know this is something that I've had to do in my volunteer work. If I have someone and I just don't know as they're describing it to me, I have them send me a photograph, and that's been the way I've been able to help them. I mean, that's just an option, something to keep in mind. Maybe the individual can kind of just help you from a photograph, help you determine what skin tone you would fall under, warm, cool, or neutral, and they can help you make that selection. Please remember that you can go to reneaparis.com, and I just wanted to show you one more time. You know what, let me put some hair on real quick. And then I'm gonna go back to my natural color, which is definitely a cool. And I want to just show you how just effortlessly I look nice, and this looks natural because this is my God-given color. Which is, I always just ask people, so what does your natural color look like? What is it? What was it like whenever you were, you know, a toddler, a baby? Because that is going to also help you determine your skin tone, your undertones. So, okay, one last thing. When you go into reneaparis.com, always remember that you can go and look at the color charts. And I'm holding up a catalog, but the reason I do that is because in the catalog and on the website, we go through extensive checking and double checking to make sure that the colors look true to color. This is something that is very, very important to our team. And looking at these, just looking at the website as well, just keep in mind, please keep in mind that every monitor does appear a little bit different, but they have worked really, really hard for the colors to look true to color. Okay? So I hope I answered questions. Always remember, it takes me a good week sometimes to get back to answer questions. And I thank you for all the questions that you send us. I hope that helps you choosing color tone. Thank you for joining me. Thank you for logging on today. And before I forget, please remember to subscribe, follow us on YouTube. We have amazing tutorials, myself, Amy, and Alexander. And this is the best way for you to know. Yesterday we had someone asking, a couple people asking, how do we know where we can join you for education? This is the easiest, most relaxed way to join on. Anytime we go live, you're going to know ahead of time. I'm always waiting. Oh, thank you. Thank you so much. I'm always wanting to try on your guys. I love all the wigs that we have. I tell you, I know I sound like Reneaparis has been the line that I have been wearing for over 25 years. I absolutely love the colors. I just think they're exceptional, the fibers. So I agree with you too. And thank you for joining us this afternoon. Have a good afternoon. Bye now.